What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to FBA Capital. And today I'm bringing you guys another daily range case study on US30. So without further ado, let's get right on this charts. Gonna keep my hood on. Today's code is fuck. Code is fuck, my boys. But nah. Nonetheless, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mark up the previous day's highs and the previous day's lows. First thing you notice is the previous day's high is ran through and the previous day's low did not get ran through. So what does that tell us? Overall, it would say we had a bullish day, but in this case scenario, it was a false break and we ended up having a bearish New York reversal. I'm going to be getting into that and how you could have been able to capitalize on this move. So me personally, I took a long trade today on US30. I did try to go short around up here, but I didn't take that trade because I was currently looking at NAS. I don't know why this NAS chart is like not loading. Let me see. Get over here. I don't know what's going on with this chart. Whatever, it is what it is. But I was looking at NAS shorts and I got stopped out. But the the US30 longs, I was able to catch for right in here, and I'm going to show you how you too could have potentially caught that trade. So second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get that previous day's Asian session range, which is going to be from 18 o'clock all the way to midnight right here. Get that whole box, get it all shaded in, make it orange. Just like that. Now we're going to get the 12 a.m. open. So right here, we got the bullish candle at the open, which is right here. So now that we have the overall outline, the areas that I'm going to want you to pay attention to are going to be this up here where we have the high of the day, this area down here where we have the low of the day, and where else? I also want you to pay attention to this area right in here. And I think those are going to be the main points. So as I said earlier, the previous day's high did get ran through, and it also cleared multiple other highs. So if you zoom out, we're not looking at the previous day no more. We're now looking at, so today was Thursday, so this is Wednesday's high, Thursday's high, not Thursday, Tuesday's high up here, Monday's highs, and these are previous Friday's highs. So if I pull this all the way over, you can see we also had this false break of the previous week's high, not previous week's high, previous Friday's high. So we had a liquidation of 1, 2, 3 different highs, and this is what caused price to start to overall show a willingness to try to come lower. So what did we have and what price did we tap into? So price started to lose that bullish momentum at 34,100. So that's one confirmation. We were creating the high of the day after clearing multiple highs. So we had this false break scenario at what time? 10 in the morning. So now let's start annotating all of these things. So we have the high of the day at 10 a.m. after having a false break of multiple, I'm not going to say of multiple, false break of previous Friday's highs. And I'm going to say plus the previous day's high. Along with the rejection of 34,100 big figure level. And this is all taking place during the New York session. So this is when you start to look for a potential trade to trade lower. And where would you ideally target? You would ideally be targeting Asian session lows along with the London session lows all the way down here. And as you can see, price did make that run for those lows. And then where did it come to? Why did it have this retracement here? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to annotate this previous day's low with this previous day's high. And what you could have done is not this high. I meant to draw from this high over here. So what you could have done is simply pull your fib from the previous day's low to this previous day's high right up here. And you see it was a 50% retracement, but not along with the 50%. If you use this again and get the continuation level, you see that it was a potential continuation level also. So even though this was a 50% retracement, so I'm going to leave it at that. It did retrace 50%, and then where did it retrace into? Let's look at where we are in price. So we retrace all the way down into this 33, I'm going to just say 33,700 area. I'm not going to use 650. We retraced down into 33,700, and from here price slowly had that movement, and we had that retracement. So now we overall knew price was going to continue this bearish trend more than likely after we had this false break scenario. So where could have you got in short? If you missed this trade up here, you could have simply waited for price to have this retracement. Price came down, cleared all these lows, retraced to the previous day's high, came back above the 12 a.m. open, and then retraced into 34,000 big figure level. We're going to make this one red. And then from there, so that's one confirmation, two confirmation with the previous day's high. So now we're also going to use a fib We're going to pull our fib over from this high to this low because this is the swing that price is currently in. We're going to get our fib level. It's not the perfect fib level, but nonetheless, you can see how well price tried to respect it nonetheless. So just like this. Retrace right back into it, and then if you look closer, look at the last down candle before the up move right in here, and this is going to be classified as a 15-minute bearish order block. Pull it over, price tapped right on into it, so we have one confirmation, this 15-minute bearish order block, two confirmation, retrace into 34,000 big figure level, three confirmation, it held this fib, four confirmation, it also retraced into the previous day's high. And at what time was this taking place? This was about at 2 o'clock. So we have 2 p.m. fib short. Plus we had the 15-minute bearish order block. Plus we had 34,000 big figure level. Along with the previous day's high retest. And we were above the 12 a.m. open. And when we're overall bearish, you would be looking to sell above the 12 a.m. open. Same thing if you're bearish. No. Reverse, if you're bearish, you want to sell above the 12 a.m. open. If you're bullish, you want to be buying below. So down here, below the 12 a.m., below 12 a.m., below 12 a.m., below 12 a.m. Below all this area, you could have been looking for good buys. Anything above, you would have been simply looking for sells. So now you know there was two potential trades that you could have potentially caught based off the fact of overall market structure, the clearing of these highs, and just following the trend. Even though it was yesterday was a previous bullish day, that's why I was personally looking for a potential London continuation today from right in here. So if I go back in time, right in here, I was looking for a potential bullish reversal, bullish London continuation after price came into this fib. We had a fib long, we had this bullish London continuation. It was a lot of things were setting up, but in this case scenario, price did not want to continue going higher and it kept going lower. So nonetheless, we just follow along and take them candle by candle. So now I want you guys to pay attention to this area down here and where it made the low of the day. Where are we in price? We're at 33,400, but it looks like we even came down to 33,300. Yes, we did. We came all the way down to 33,300, which is a big figure level. At what time? 1945, which is about, if 18 is like 7, 19 is 8 around 8:45 p.m. That's when price came into here. But now let's look at this on a higher time frame. Where did it travel into while looking to the left? So we're looking to the left. Where did it travel into? I think it was a 15-minute. I had it right here. This all in here, but I'm going to use this last down candle. This last down candle is a 15-minute bullish order block. I would actually use all these consecutive down candles, but in this case, I'm just going to refine it down to the last one because this is where price really tapped into, and this is where the wicks were all basically at. So we have 33,300 with this 15-minute bullish order block creating the low of the day at 8:45. So let's annotate that. Low of the day at 8:45 p.m. Oh my god, I can't spell. 8:45 p.m. Plus we had that 33,300 level along with that 15-minute bullish order block. And this is where price ended up creating that low of the day. We didn't come to the previous day's low, as you can see. Price stood above it. When in a good case scenario, price more than likely would have crossed this, but in this case, it just didn't. So there's nothing we could really do about that. So nonetheless, this is a good example of a bearish New York reversal where you could have still caught. If you didn't catch this move here, you could have looked for this potential retracement. It would have been later on in the day around 2 p.m. But nonetheless, you still are given these opportunities. And even if you missed that trade, simply now we're going to look at this high and this low. So once price had that retracement into 33,700, simply could have did it again. Pulled another fib. Okay. The 62.79 retracement, we didn't get it. So now let's check the continuation level. And look at that. You had this potential continuation move from this high to this low. So if you missed this move, that's fine. If you missed this move, that's fine. Then you got a third time where you could have potentially got a short. And where did it retrace into? Right into this 33,800 big figure level once again. So you got multiple times where you could have potentially got a trade, retrace right into the low of the Asian session. So there was multiple times where you could have got a trade. You could have got 1, 2, 3 different trade opportunities for the sell side. And then you could have got a potential one. I would just say one potential buy because I personally would have been buying here. I personally would have been buying here either because just the time of day. But right here, this was still early in the morning at around 11:15, so it's before 12 o'clock. And that's how I was anticipating the price to have that overall bullish momentum, because at 12 o'clock, there tends to be reversals on these indexes. I'm not sure for Forex, but I'm only going off of what I personally know. And I know that a lot of the time, indexes tend to have reversals at around 12 to 1:30. There's a lot of momentum coming into the market. So that's a little tip for you guys. So now we're going to draw the schematic. So we had the Asian session range. London session came and cleared the highs. Right here, came and cleared the highs. Came back into the range before pushing all the way higher and then overall reversing during the New York session. So this is a good example of a bearish New York reversal. And you can see price cleared the high of the day during the New York session, cleared multiple highs. I don't think it tapped into any higher time frame order blocks. Let me just check. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, we didn't tap in any higher time frame order blocks. We just cleared the highs, cleared all the liquidity, and from there, price overall just start to trend downwards. And that's really it. Keeping it nice and simple. Now I'm going to get the screenshot. I'm going to make sure I put it in the Telegram. So if you're not in the Telegram, make sure you click the link in the description. Active every single day. Sending all the trades I take. Sending all, just everything trade related. Good community. We're currently at 324 members. Trying to get to 500. Once we get to 500, I'm going to do something. Not sure what I'm going to do yet, but you'll want to be there for sure. But without further ado, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate everyone for subscribing. We just hit 840 subscribers this morning, so appreciate all of you. Road to 1,000 subscribers, hopefully in the next 2-3 months before summer. That's the goal. But with that being said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay motivated by the fear of being average, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning for my live trading session.